Hello again, it's Noob, and in front of us we have three of my favourite all-time most long-standing picks. These picks have been in my personal kit for over 3 years, and you'll know that if you've watched my videos over that time because I've used these picks, these two in particular, the 07B and 08B, an awful lot. You will see them crop up all over the place if you look back in my video history. I've been picking locks for about 3.5 years now, and I probably bought these locks somewhere around month 4 to 6. It's hard to remember, but I've had these for quite some time. Why they remained in my kit when so many other profiles and picks have sort of seen their day and moved on, or moved on to different profiles, or well, a couple of things. One, the slim profiles on these picks are just perfect for European locks. These ones are 23 thousandths of an inch max yield stainless steel with ABS handles. The max yield steel is incredibly strong. I mean, like really strong. I've used these picks a lot, probably as much as any pick I have ever owned, if not more. And this is what 3 years of virtually constant use does. You can see a slight deflection on the underside of the picking tip here. A slight deflection. Very slight. I think if you look at the deeper hook as well, you'll see again just on the underside a slight deflection, just where the picking forces have just caused the metal to just bend slightly. Less so on the snake rake because I use it less often, and you'll see that it has a slightly thicker shank height. But yeah, so these picks have remained in my kit because one, the handles are really comfortable, two, the 23 thousandths of an inch thickness, the very low profile shank, and the quality of the steel all together just make a brilliant pick. So yeah, these older style SouthOrd Max picks are definitely some of my most favourite and most loved picks. Now, SouthOrd still sell some of these older style 23 thousandths of an inch slim SouthOrd Max picks, but they've recently moved onto a slightly different range, and SouthOrd were kind enough to send me some, and here they are. So you can see here they say on the handles SouthOrd Max, and these have been out for a while. So the main differences are not the steel or profiles in particular, but the handles clearly are not ABS. You can see that they are max yield steel all the way through, sandwiched between some stainless steel handles. Now I've got a standard, this is from the C2010 kit pick, and this is a Bogota, and you'll see that the handle profiles in terms of the size are identical. The only difference being, of course, is this one says Max on top because this one is made out of the max yield steel, not the standard 301 stainless. So yeah, I think that if you're used to these sandwich handles that SouthOrd do, these will be extremely familiar to you. In terms of the steel, well, it's the same max yield steel, so it's absolutely brilliant. It really is. In terms of thicknesses, 25 thousandths of an inch, so they've actually gone up by about, well, they've gone up a few thousandths of an inch, haven't they, from 23 thousandths to 25 thousandths of an inch. Does it make a difference? Well, it makes them a bit stronger, more durable, has better feedback. The downside, of course, is they're not quite as slim, they're not quite as nimble inside some of those really tight European style keyways. That being said, 25 thousandths of an inch is pretty standard in terms of what lock pick manufacturers are offering in their pick ranges. So, well, let's throw them into a couple of locks. Let's pick some, and then I'll come to some conclusions for you. So first up, let's have a go with the old snake rake. I mean, I love the snake rake. I like the sort of precision it gives you over other rakes in terms of being able to nimbly get into the keyway. You can sort of use it to lift and pick and rake isn't it just a great profile? I really like it, and unlike a lot of manufacturers, the SouthOrd snake rake actually has a pretty well developed first hump. Some of them seem to just sort of cut off really short. So the SouthOrd snake rake is one of my favourite out of all the snake rakes out there. Next up, let's have a look at this Max 07. It's a standard hook. Should be pretty nice in this spoolie padlock with paracentric UA and lots of fun on this one. Play a bit of spool ping pong with this because it's got some very tight tolerances, to be honest with you. So it's a great lock. This it's an IFAM. There we go. And last but not least, let's have a look at the Max 08. It's a deep hook. Going to pick this American lock. Using the deep hook to advantageously pick from the bottom of the keyway. And there we are. Pretty nice, huh? So there we are. How do I wrap this up and conclude it? Well, I've been picking locks with these off camera and on camera, clearly, for a while now. And I've definitely got used to how they feel and act as opposed to the 23 thousandths of an inch SouthOrd Max picks. And I think it isn't going to be a surprise to you to know that, you know, this extra thickness, this from going from 23 thousandths to 25 thousandths of an inch, it provides a sort of stronger, more robust pick that conveys feedback just that little bit cleaner. The full tang sandwiched handles are very familiar to anybody who's used sandwich handles before, and they're rivetless, so they're quite comfortable. So again, you know, that combined with the extra thickness conveys feedback very well. There is naturally a trade-off between the extra feedback and that sort of comfort you get with the slightly longer ABS handles on the 23 thousandths of an inch picks. So I guess there is that to consider. But as always, the SouthOrd profiles, their pick profiles in terms of their shank heights and the general pick types and curvatures, you know, they are excellent. And you know, there's no doubt in my mind why I always keep SouthOrd picks in my pick kit. I would say, however, that I'm a kind of greedy guy. I like these picks in 25 thousandths of an inch. Why wouldn't you? 25 thousandths of an inch is a great thickness, the profiles are excellent and the feedback is great. But I also like the 23 thousandths. So slightly less feedback, a bit more flexible, but you know, that trades off quite well into locks that need a slightly thinner pick. But I also like the idea of having maybe even like a 20 thousandths or an 18 thousandths of an inch SouthOrd Max range. Something to definitely consider there, SouthOrd, if you're listening. You know, I'm a big fan of the Max steel. This is Max Yield steel. It is incredibly strong. It's very durable. As I hope you can, you know, just remind you that this is a 3-year-old, very, very, very used pick, and it's still looking pretty fresh. And also, these have a lifetime warranty on them. So they are, you know, a quality pick, and they demand a higher price than a standard pick. So these are $11.95 each, but you do get that excellent steel and that lifetime warranty. These are a good working tool, and certainly if you're looking for a durable, strong pick with you know, proven durability with a lifetime warranty, then I have to say you need to be looking at the SouthOrd Max range, in my opinion. You know, I get on with them very well. If you like thin shanked picks made out of strong steel, they might suit you too. Okay, well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.